If you're injured on the job, getting that compensation you deserve isn't always easy. That's why it's important to speak with an experienced workers' compensation attorney in that situation. We're talking with one of those attorneys today, Tom Teodori from ChasenBoscolo Injury Lawyers. They've been representing victims in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. for more than 25 years. Thanks for being with us today, Tom.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Tom, why is it so important for someone who is hurt at the workplace to contact an experienced attorney such as yourself?
A lot of different reasons. The first and foremost is each state has a different workers' compensation law. No state is the same from one state to the next. So Maryland is different from D.C., which is different from Virginia, and so on and so on. The insurance company that represents the employers knows the way the workers' compensation law operates and to what benefits you are entitled. They're not obligated to provide those benefits to the injured worker unless the injured worker is pursuing those benefits. So a trained and practicing lawyer that's skilled in workers' compensation issues can represent an injured worker and ensure that the insurance company doesn't take advantage of the injured worker and make certain that the injured worker gets the medical care and the workers' compensation benefits to which they're entitled.
Why is it so difficult sometimes for people who are injured on the job to get the compensation they deserve?
A lot of times the injured worker will have problems getting compensated for their injuries because the insurance company doesn't want to pay those benefits, will send an injured worker out to a doctor of their choosing who's really just a paid doctor for the insurance company, who's going to say that there's nothing wrong with the injured worker, or if there is something wrong with the injured worker, that it's due to some other unrelated condition. They're not going to want to pay the person while they're out of work. So there's a lot of different reasons why the insurance company attempts to delay and or fail to timely pay benefits to the injured worker, which causes great hardship to the injured worker.
And Tom, if someone is injured at work, should they fully trust that the HR department and that company has that injured worker's best interest at heart?
Someone that's been injured on the job should never solely rely upon their HR people or anybody at their employer. The employer's interests are no longer the injured worker's interests. The employer has insurance that provides benefits to the injured worker, and the HR person is the eyes and ears for the insurance company and therefore is not looking after the injured worker's interests. The injured worker needs to seek counsel and get somebody on his side or her side that's prepared to fight the insurance company to make certain that that injured worker is able to get the medical care and treatment that they need, be compensated while they're out of work for the lost pay, and any other benefits to which they might be entitled.
Thanks again for joining us, Tom.
It was my pleasure. I'm happy to help anytime.
Reporting for the EXP News Network, I'm Josh Talkington.